911, where's your emergency? Okay, and what's wrong tonight, sir?
There is a strange man outside our home, and he's hollering, and he's crying out. I don't know what's going on with him.
Can you see anything about him, what he looks like?
No, it's dark and raining.
Okay. Did he have a vehicle or is he on foot?
He's on foot.
Has he come to your door, windows?
He's at our door.
He's at your front door?
He's at our back deck.
At the back deck? Okay, hold on 1 second for me, okay?
I'm going to give you my wife. I'm going to go get my gun.
Hello.
Like she asked, like, okay, is he at the door? Yes. And then she got more specific, is he at the front door? So that way, you know, some houses have multiple exit points, so we want to make sure where exactly he's at. And then him saying he has a gun, I mean, it's his right to do so, but we would note that in the call and let the units know too that, you know, hey, the owner of the house is getting his gun right now, and it's not something we're going to tell them not to do. But it's just something to take note of and just, okay, so he has it, and then just go from there, keep asking questions until the units arrive and hope that he doesn't have to use it.
Ma'am, hold on 1 second for me, okay?
Okay. Oh my God.
Ma'am, what's wrong?
He's trying to break down the door.
He's trying to break the door down, Kenny, right now. Okay, ma'am, we've got deputies headed that way, okay?
All right, thank you.
Don't hang up with me, okay?
Okay.
No matter, listen, I want to tell you something. No matter what happens, just don't hang the phone up. You can set it down if you have to.
I don't know. I think he's got a gun. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
He has a gun.
I don't know if that's what he's got.
So I don't know if she's actually on the radio or if maybe she's the one just on the phone, because she did use the name Kenny. So I don't know if that's her partner in dispatch, and he's the one putting it out on the radio. So she's verbally saying it to him instead of just putting it in the call and letting him know, like, hey, he has a gun. And that's just something we try to do. It doesn't always happen, but we try to verbalize it to our partners also, because, you know, from other calls, like, we have other things going on in the background too. It's not just this one call. There's tons of things going on in the center. It sounds like to me that she's not on the phone and the radio, that she's also voicing it to her partner and just letting him know what's going on.
Ma'am, can you see the gun?
No, I don't know if that's what it is. He's trying to break down the door. I can't tell.
She can't tell. She's on the house. Can you ask your husband what kind of gun it is?
He's just beating the door.
I hear it, ma'am. Ma'am, can you see if he has a gun?
No, I cannot see. No, we've got louvers on the door, and the door is shut. It's a sliding glass door.
She can't tell. He told her husband he had a gun. Ma'am, is he able to get in the door?
Not right now. He's trying.
What? They don't know. They can't see me or hear anything. Okay, what's he doing now, ma'am?
He's asking what date it is. He's talking about something about Vietnam in 1969.
He's talking about Vietnam.
I don't want to hurt you, okay?
Is he talking to your husband rationally, or is...
No, he is not.
Okay. Does your husband know him?
No, like I say, we can't even see who it is.
Okay.
We don't.
Did you hear a vehicle or anything like that pull up, or do you? Or did he just walk?
No, I didn't even know until he was on the back door. I can't tell. It's dark.
Okay. So can you ask your husband to look to see if it looks like he has a weapon?
They're on the way. They're on the way.
Yeah, they're coming now. We've got several officers on the way. Ask your husband to look to see if that man has a weapon.
I do not want to look because he's beating on the door, and I'm afraid if I open the screen, he's going to come through.
Okay. They're not going to look to see if he has a weapon because if they open the door. Okay. What's he doing now?
I don't hear anything now.
Okay.
The caller seems like they're an older couple. She is staying pretty calm. And we have to ask them if you can actually see a gun, because like the lady reiterated, I don't know if he has one. I think he has one. Okay, well, what makes you think that? Like, sometimes people just jump to the conclusion that somebody has a weapon, even though there's nothing to give them a reason other than the person who's disturbing them is acting outrageous. So they just assume he probably has a gun too. So we do ask them, can you just look? We can't make them and say, you need to go to the door now. You need to go to the window now and go look. Because if, God forbid, we instruct them to do that and something happens, then we're going to be held liable. So we can't force anybody verbally to do anything like that. But yeah, and you can see too, obviously the wife's very flustered. She asked her to ask her husband if he could see, and it's a sliding door. So I would assume that a sliding door is glass anyways, but the wife's just so caught up in everything, she's not paying really good attention to her, just saying, hey, just ask your husband, can you see it? Yes or no, kind of thing. But you can only ask them so many times, and you can always go back to it later on down the line, depending on how much time you have on the phone call. But you can't just, as a dispatcher, keep asking the same question over and over again, or sometimes just change it up. So they're doing good, though. I think the dispatcher's doing good, and the wife's doing good, staying calm.
Where's your husband? Still at the back door?
We're standing here in the kitchen. He is trying to get into the sliding glass door.
Which he's trying to get in through the sliding glass door? And what side of the house is the sliding glass door on?
It is in the back of the house.
I don't know you.
Yeah, just tell your husband to keep talking to him and try to.
Okay.
If he
He's
can
talking
be
about
calm.
busting the door down and something about a watch, and he's giving us a
Okay.
few minutes. He's counting, so
He's counting down. The guy outside the house. The guy outside the house is counting down. He's counting out loud, saying he's gonna bust the door down.
I don't want to hurt you.
What kind of gun does your husband have?
I cannot let you in.
Ma'am.
it's like a rifle.
Okay. Hey, can
It's a shotgun.
Your husband is at the door talking to this guy. He's going to the shot.
He's
Just back there. Get behind the door. Lock the door.
The husband inside the house at the girl. Yes. Well, the guy. What just happened?
I hear him walking around outside on the deck. I don't know. Oh my gosh. He's trying to get through the door. You have got to get somebody here.
They're on the way, ma'am. I promise. Okay, they're coming as fast as they can. What door is he beating on? The same one?
So the slide glass door in the back.
Okay.
He finds another way to get there from the traffic police.
Okay. Do you have any neighbors or anything like that you've had dealings with that you know have been in Vietnam or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Please, just go away. Please.
Is he talking to your husband?
He's beating on the door. I mean, I can even see the glass. It's going to break.
Ma'am, I can hear it, okay? I have officers on the way. Just stay on the phone with me. Everything's going to be all right.
Even in this, listening to this phone call, it seems like it's taking forever, right, for the officers to get there. It depends on, where they're at, what type of county they're serving. It could take a long time, and in situations like this, it's frustrating even for the dispatchers themselves because, right, we're just sitting there and we're like, they're coming, help's coming, and they're like, yeah, you said that, and it feels like 10 minutes ago, but we're only like a few minutes into the phone call. It's just weird how time kind of slows down, and so we have to keep asking questions, what they're hearing, what's going on, where the person's at, and it does sound redundant, but sometimes people forget to update us, and that's why we continually ask questions. Like I've literally told people, if he moves from this location, I need you to tell me. And then I'm like, okay, is he still there? Yes. Is he still there? Yes. And then they're like, okay, he's driving down the street. I'm like, you didn't even tell me he started walking down the driveway, he got in the car, he started the car, now you're telling me he already left. So now when the units are pulling up, they're not looking for that car, they're looking for a person. So that's sometimes why we continuously ask the same questions, and I know to the callers it might be annoying and everything, but there is a reason for it. And if we leave the line dead, meaning we're not saying anything, then sometimes the caller thinks that A, we don't care, B, we're not paying attention, or C, we just gave up on them and left the line open and we're done with the phone call, and they'll just disconnect on us, and then we'll lose that contact. And, you know, if we call back, there's no guarantee that they're going to answer. So that's why we continuously ask questions the whole time.
For you.
He's saying he doesn't care who my husband is. Are you a soldier?
Okay. He's talking a lot about Vietnam and are you a soldier? But he's beating the door and it's glass. Yeah, I can hear him telling them he doesn't care who they are.
He said something about we better stop everything that's been happening.
The back sliding glass deck door.
The back sliding glass.
Okay, ma'am, there should be a deputy close, okay? Just stay
Okay,
on
he's
phone
at the
with me.
back deck. Are the police out there? He thinks that cars are out there. He's around back.
Okay, there is. I did just tell him that he's at the back sliding glass deck door. He's still there, right?
Yes.
Okay, just hang out on the phone with me for a second.
We've got a wrought iron table out there. I think he's getting the chair.
He's getting the chair. Hey, he has the chair in his hand.
He's counting. Oh my God! Oh God! He's getting ready to come in. Oh my God! Oh my Lord! Oh my God!
Man, he's still there.
Hey, oh my God! Please get somebody here quick!
Ma'am.
We also have shot fire from inside the house.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
What happened?
He just came through. My husband shot him, but he's still moving. Oh, Lord.
Okay, the husband shot him. Where did he shoot him?
You know, I'm trying to listen. Okay, did I hear a gunshot? Did I hear a scuffle? Did I hear glass break? What are you hearing? And whatever it is that you're hearing, you would relate that to the officers. So we would just say, hey, she started screaming. She's not directly on the phone right now. You heard, and then if you did hear a scuffle or shots fired or whatever else, like on here, I guess the officers were there. Who knows where on the property, but they said that they heard shots from inside the house. So that's being translated to, and you know, it's one of those situations you just take a deep breath, and it definitely like scares you also because you don't know what's going on, and we're not seeing any of this, so it's what our minds are creating the situation, and we're imagining what's happening, and it's one of those moments where times kind of freeze with us, and we just hope that they get back on the line or that the officers update us with what's going on.
I don't know. I don't know.
Where's your husband?
He's standing here in the kitchen to make sure he doesn't come in.
Okay, I want you to tell your husband to put the gun down.
But if he comes in to try and attack us,
Ma'am, if he shot him, he's not, ma'am, if he shot him, he's not going to get up. Tell your husband to put the gun down, please.
She says to put the gun down, but
Is he laying on the ground? Is he breathing?
we cannot tell. It is still dark.
Is he on the back deck?
Yes, he's laying on the back deck, I guess.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead and pay the on-call investigator and let them know what we got going on.
Oh my God.
See if I can do it. Okay, ma'am, it's going to be okay. That's okay, I got it. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, have you put the weapon down?
I have put the weapon down.
Okay, now what happened?
He busted through my back patio door
Okay,
and was coming into the house.
okay.
And I shot 2 shots at him in the chest.
And is he laying on the back deck?
I'm pretty sure. It's dark. I hear him, I think, moaning some.
He shot him twice in the chest. He can hear him moaning, but he is on the back deck. He's pretty sure. Okay. Okay, sir, I'm sorry about that. I just want to double check and make sure no one still has a weapon, right? You put the gun down on the kitchen floor?
Yes, the gun is on the kitchen floor.
Okay, okay. I just want to make sure that you're aware that there are deputies outside, and I don't want
Yeah, the
you to shoot
deputies
them.
are coming in the door now.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the end, we see that the dispatcher instructs the homeowner to put down the gun, and that's solely for his safety and for the officer's safety as well. Like they said, it was dark outside, and you couldn't really differentiate who these people were or what he was wearing or anything like that. So we don't want the homeowner to get mistakenly took for the suspect, and we don't want the officers to be taken as, you know, the guy that was beating on his sliding door. So we always tell them to put their weapons down and step away from it. And sometimes too, we ask what the caller's wearing, what the homeowner was wearing, so that the officers also know, like, okay, yeah, this is the right guy that lives here, and this is the guy that, you know, shouldn't be here. And yeah, he had every right to defend his home. Somebody coming in, he was in fear of his life, his safety. And we've had that plenty of times where people get dropped off, and unfortunately they're either hallucinating or and they go to the wrong door, the wrong location, and then it ends up being an unfortunate ending like the one that we just saw or heard. Overall, everybody did pretty good staying calm considering what kind of situation it was. She stayed on with the wife the whole time. She stayed patient with her even though sometimes she wasn't getting her answers done, and she continuously asked her questions, told her that help was on the way, things were going to be okay. So she did really good, and you can hear her translating all of it to her partner also, which also helps out in calls like these. So it was good all around.